Some call me Raven, the Dark Talon of Death.
Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy BLACKTALON Gaming back at you with another video on the channel. And today I'm gonna go ahead and do an advanced Shaheen guide video on how to play the character, okay? I already made a beginner guide video on my channel. If you haven't seen that video already, go ahead and check it out. I'll link it at the top of the screen. But when it comes to these advanced strats, what I decided I want to do is I want to break it down into different videos and different pieces because it's a lot. And in today's video, I decided I want to go over counter hits with Shaheen and the combos, basically how to set up counter hits with Shaheen and the combos you want to do off those counter hits. So if you guys are new to Tekken 8 and especially new to the character of Shaheen in Tekken 8, hey man, go ahead and give this video a subscribe and give this video a like, check this video out. Hopefully what I talk about in this video can help you better your Shaheen online in Tekken 8. So Shaheen is a very counter hit focused character. He has some of the best counter hits in the game. He has stuff like this, you know, he counter hits you like that, and then does big damage at the wall. He has, of course, his counter hit standing 4-1. Can't beat that. He has Wild Rising 1, right? Counter hit, get guaranteed damage just like that. He has Snake Step 1, where he gets guaranteed damage as well. He has stuff like this, where he gets a combo off this as well. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys all that stuff, okay? So let's start off with how you want to place your counter hits with Shaheen as a character, right? So like I said in my previous video, he's a character you want to play up close, kind of in this range right here, right? Kind of in this range up close and kind of right here where you're dancing right here. To set up counter hits, you want to do basic frame traps. You want to do moves like this, right? You want to do back 3. Back 3 is +3 on block and it forces crouch. So to set up counter hits, you want to, of course, enforce some pressure on your opponent. You want to enforce a bit of a mind game. So stuff like this, back 3 and then 4-1. If they press a button, they get launched for big damage, of course. Or you can do a down 4-1 to keep them honest, check them a little bit. So the first strat is down 3. Down 3 into Snake Step. This is +4 on hit. Snake Stands 2 comes out at 15 frames, right? And this move, as you can see, ducks highs. You see how his head kind of crouches down the whole time? It ducks highs. So it's really good to do off of this move right here. If you feel like they're gonna mash a jab and try and challenge you, guess what? Snake Step 1 right there and pop them right in the face. You see that little animation? That's a counter hit. And as you guys can see, it's +14 on hit. Now when you land this right here, you have many options, right? You basically get guaranteed damage. So you can do stuff like this. You can do stuff like this. You can get guaranteed pressure. So when you do down 3, Snake Step landed with this, you got 2 options essentially. Or 3 options actually. And then you can do, boom, right there. That is guaranteed. And it wall splats. Look at that. Boom, boom. Look at all that damage. All that damage off of that right there. Because his down forward 4 right here is 14 frames. And as you guys can see, Snake Step 1 gives you +14 on hit, which means this is guaranteed. If you're near the wall, this is the most optimal thing you can do if you're near the wall. That right there. Or you can do down back 2-1. And of course get heat as well and kind of go from there. So boom, you get down back 2-1. But his most optimal punisher is gonna be this right here. That right there. As you guys can see, that is forward back 2. So yeah, that's his counter hit Snake 1 right there. Pretty good move. When you feel like your opponent's trying to jab check you in the neutral, always pop them with this move right here. Throw it out, and it's only -1 on block as well. So you can do stuff like this. Yeah, -1 on block, and then you can sidestep afterwards. And if they try to jab you, you'll dodge the jab and then of course launch them. Snake Stance 2. So of course, as you can see, it's a mid. So if you feel like your opponent is going to do like a move that ducks highs, because this right here is a high, so it might duck it. You know, it might duck under it. So if you feel like they're gonna do that, keep them honest with the Snake Stance 2, which is the mid. Now it's a little slow at 15 frames, but as you can see, it gives a knockdown and you get a guaranteed back 4 on hit. Run up, back 4, and then continue pressure after that, right? So it's a great move. Once again, the same thing applies. Down 3, into snake stance. And then if you feel like they're gonna mash against you, throw this move out to keep them honest and keep the pressure going. Snake stance 4. As you can see, on normal hit, it kind of just staggers them a little bit, but on counter hit, it knocks them down for what? A guaranteed back 4. Boom, look at that. You get another one and then run up, of course, and get more pressure. This is a good option if you feel like your opponent's kind of gonna stand block a little bit. You kind of want to open their legs up a little bit, crack their defense. Throw this move out every once in a while. It also ducks highs, as you can see. If you feel like your opponent's gonna jab you in your sneak stance pressure, throw this move out, it crushes jabs, and it guarantees a counter hit. His next counter hit is gonna be his while standing 1. Now this move is similar to his snake step 1. It's the same move except it's a mid. It's a mid counter hit where you get the same exact frames, right? So when you hit your opponent with this move, you're plus 14 on hit again, and you get the same thing, of course, as snake stance 1, right? So you hit them with this, you get stuff like this. If they're in open ground, you can do down back 2-1 and get some heat. If they're against the wall, you can do stuff like this, right? This is big. If they're against the wall, do this. And then get max damage right there. That's max damage right there. You can do this right here. This is from Tekken 7. Stuff like this. And of course, do this right here and break his neck. The next counter hit I want to focus on is his counter hit from forward 2-4. Now forward 2-4 is a really good poke, right? This is good for pressure and it's good to fish for a launcher, right? Now the cool thing about this move that I see a lot of Shaheen players don't use is this move, you can delay it for a long time, right? Look at that, see? And you see how long I delayed it? And of course, if you can catch your opponent mashing right there, and then guess what? You get a guaranteed combo on hit. This was not in Tekken 7, by the way. So this is a pretty cool new thing that Shaheen can do. Now, of course, against more skilled players, they're probably just gonna low parry the second hit of this, but it's good to throw out every once in a while because it can catch your opponent off guard, you know, delay it a little bit like that, and then you can run up and get a full combo. Boom, look at that. So let me go ahead and show you guys the counter hit combo that you guys can get off of this move right here. So forward 2-4 counter hit, right? There's 2 combos you can get. Now, you can use this move as far as pressure to go into sneak, right? If you hit your opponent with this move on regular hit, it's just gonna hit him in the feet, and then you can go forward and then you can continue your pressure, right? Let me go ahead and show you. Boom, you're plus 0. So in this situation, you can set up stuff like, you know, sneak 1, boom, boom, right there. And if your opponent mashes something that's a little too slow, you'll counter hit them. Or you can do like maybe sneak 4, get some guaranteed pressure, you know, stuff like that. If you counter hit them and you confirm it and you're already in snake stance pressure, simply continue your snake stance and then do snake stance 2 for the pickup, right? Just like this. And from there, you can do a pretty good combo. So you can do stuff like this. Boom. This is optimal right here. That's optimal combo. So that's the combo you want to do. Boom. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. That's a great combo. Awesome combo right there. Or if you do the move without the snake stance cancel, just like that, you can run up. You got to run up a little quickly. Run up with a down 3, right? Run up with a down 3 really quickly. You got to be kind of fast with it. Run up with a down 3, cancel it into snake stance, and then do the same combo, of course, once again, right? Oh, look at that. Boom, look at that. So that's the combo right there. So once again, if you manage to counter hit them and you don't do the snake cancel, don't worry. Run up with a down 3 into snake stance cancel pressure, and then still get the combo just like this. So this is the combo right here. Boom, boom, stuff like that. And then of course do the wall combo and go from there. And if you do do the cancel, boom, do this right here. Oh, look at that damage. That's just awesome, right? Now, of course, his standing 4 is going to be one of your best moves to fish for counter hits while standing, right? It's 13 frames. And if your opponent if you catch your opponent mashing, as you can see, it floats him. And then you can go ahead and get a full launcher off of it, right? So this is my combo. You know, 4-1. If you hit your opponent with a 4-1, do another 4-1, down back 2-1 cancel, and of course get the full combo right here. Boom. And look at that. Oh, look at the damage. And they're pretty much at the wall. So that's his standing 4-1 right there. One of his best moves, has tons of reach. You gotta use this move, right? You gotta use this. The next counter hit we're gonna look at is gonna be his back 3 counter hit. This is a pretty good move. Back 3 in itself is a really good move by itself because it's +3 on block and it forces crouch. Let me go ahead and show you. So this is gonna be one of your main moves you wanna use to enforce pressure with Shaheen, right? To get some quick and easy plus frames up close and to enforce your pressure, back 3. They gotta respect it. It's +3 on block and it forces crouch. Down 4-1 is guaranteed. It's uninterruptible. They mash anything, they will get hit by this down 4-1. So it's a good strat to do back 3 and to check them with down 4-1 and make sure they're mashing. If you feel like they're not gonna mash, you can go for stuff like a throw mix-up. You can go for stuff like a slide mix-up, right? You can do stuff like this, back 3, maybe a low, kind of get them, you know, start breaking that guard down a little bit. Do stuff like that. Back 3, another back 3, right? If you feel like not gonna mash, but a lot of times they might mash. So you want to do stuff like this: back 3 into down 4-1 to check them. Back 3 into 4-1 if you're gonna look for a counter hit. But myself personally, I like to keep it simple. Back 3 into down 4-1 is the best thing that I like to do because it keeps my opponent honest and it also covers a lot of areas, right? You could do 4-1. But if your opponent does a move that crushes highs, that goes under highs, now you're gonna get hit. And a lot of characters crush highs, especially since it forces full crouch. So back 3 into down 4-1 is what I like to do personally to keep them honest. If they mash anything, they get hit, right? And it's still my turn. And I can continue my offense. And from there, I can throw them. I can down 1 into, you know, I can down 4-1 into like a slide or something like that. You know, start sliding on them. Back 3 into like down 3. Back 3 into down 3 is pretty good as well. You know, do stuff like this. Boom. And then of course, continue my pressure right there. Now, if your opponent gets hit by back 3 on counter hit, it's gonna look like this, right? They're gonna get put all the way to the ground, looking stupid, and then you get guaranteed damage essentially. So from here, it's just like Snake Step 1. You're +14. So you know what that means, right? You get stuff like this. You know, you can continue your pressure. But unlike the previous one, they're in full crouch. So when you hit them with this move, you want to do mids. You don't want to do highs, you want to do mids. And luckily, Shaheen has really good mids from here. So when you do back 3, you get a guaranteed down back 2-1 into heat, right? And of course, if you already have heat, you know, you get the heat dash, a heat engager into that guaranteed back 4 right there. You can do down forward 4-1 into some pressure just like this. And of course, go into some slide shenanigans. Hold on, I'll show you. Boom, go into some slide shenanigans just like that. Or you can do back 3 into down forward 4-3. Boom, look at that. And if you're next to the wall, guess what? That's a full wall splat. Look at this. Oh my, look at all that damage. Just off of that alone. So yeah, back 3 is one of his best moves. Use this up close to enforce pressure, and if you get a counter hit, go to town on your opponent. One of Shaheen's best counter hits are gonna be locked behind his jab string. Just like this. 1-2-2, like that. This is something that I fish for a lot if you watch my videos online, because it always catches your opponent mashing. As you can see here, you can heavily delay the last hit, right? Now this is -12 or 13 on block, you know, so it is punishable if they block it, but go for it. You know, don't be afraid to go for it every once in a while, because the reward is way too high to not go for this, right? You know, up close when you're doing your down forward 1 pressure, your jab pressure just like this, throw out your 1-2. Throw out your 1-2s just like this. And then every once in a while, throw out the last 2. If they block the 1-2, throw out the 2. Throw it out. Boom, and it catches him mashing. And it's a full counter hit launcher. Boom. It's a full counter hit launcher, just like that. Use this against opponents who you feel like are gonna mash a lot. If you're going against somebody who likes to mash buttons a lot on pressure, hey man, this right here is the scrub killer. This is a scrub killer. Like in every sense of the word. Boom. You see how long you can delay it? Boom, look at that long delay. You can delay it for that long. It's so good. It's so good. Now, aside from actually getting a counter hit launcher on that full 1-2-2 string, what you can also do when you're in this range as well, kind of jabbing your opponent, if you're able to, if you're good enough, you know, you can actually hit confirm. If you counter hit your opponent with the 1-2 like this, the last hit is actually guaranteed on counter hit anyway. So a good thing to do is, you know, up close, sometimes just fish for it, right? This is a really good move. You want to fish for this move. You want to fish for it right out here in this range. If the second hit hits as a counter hit, you get a guaranteed last hit as well for a +3 on hit. Or if you're up close like this, it's a counter hit, you get all this guaranteed for +3. If you guys watch my videos of me playing online, I do this a lot. Now the last counter hit I'm gonna focus on for this video is gonna be his 4-3. This is a really good move, right? A lot of Shaheen players don't use this move, but I love this move. So if you look at this move from the start, it doesn't look too spectacular, right? He jumps up and just does a little kick, right? It's a mid ±5 on block, you know, nothing too crazy, right? But the cool thing about this move is, as you guys can see, he does a little jump. He jumps right here. So this move actually goes under lows. So it's good to throw every once in a while, kind of at this range right here, to go under some low hits. And if you hit your opponent on counter hit with this move, it's a full counter hit launcher. So, oh, look at that. It knocks him down just like that. I'm sorry, I messed it up. Look at that, boom. Knocks him down for counter hit just like that and takes him to the wall for big damage. Of course, you kick him down and his back is towards you. So to convert from that, you want to do down 3, boom. And then kind of go from there, right? You got a couple of options. You know, this is my bread and butter combo right there. That's my bread and butter combo, but you got stuff like this. Hold on, I'll show you. You got stuff like this. I'm sorry. You know, you can take it towards the wall like that. Like I said earlier, it does go under lows and it's safe on block. So I'd say, man, hey, it doesn't hurt to throw this move out every once in a while. It's your only mid counter hit launcher that you have that's safe on block. So I say throw it out, man. It's a little slow, it's at 20 frames, but hey, man, this move is really good. It's safe on block. And if you hit your opponent with it, hey, man, they could get thrown right to the corner for big damage. So 4-3 is another very important move to use as well when it comes to fishing for counter hits with Shaheen. And the last move on the list is gonna be 4-3. So as you guys can see here, you have 4-1, you have 4-4, where you get this guarantee, and you have 4-3. 4-3 is kind of slow, right? But if you manage to counter hit with this move on the last hit, on the second hit, boom, you get a full counter hit launcher, right? So you do it like this, you go up to him, and you get, you know, pretty much big damage, just like that. All right, guys, and that's gonna end my counter hit guide video with Shaheen, okay? This is my first advanced tutorial with how to play Shaheen. If I missed anything, hey, comment down below, guys, and go ahead and let me know, so of course I can update in the next video as well. These counter hits should get you started with playing the character, right? Fishing for these counter hits is gonna be key to getting really good with this character, right? At high level, right? You gotta start fishing for stuff like this. You know, you gotta start doing for stuff like this, back 3. You gotta start doing all kinds of stuff, man. You know, 4-3, you get that counter hit launcher, and then go from there, right? Right, stuff like that. You gotta start doing that stuff. Very important when it comes to playing the character online. All right, guys, so this video got kind of long. Hopefully this video helps some of you guys out. If you want to see more content like this on the channel, make sure you subscribe for more guide videos on the character. And hey, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day, okay?